Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast. I am Jayant, and today we have two special guests with us. First, our respected teacher, Shivangi Ma'am, who has guided countless students throughout the year. And second, our distinguished alumna, Anya Tripathi, who is currently pursuing political science and history from Jesus and Mary College, DU. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Anya, could you tell us a little about yourself and your journey after graduating from our institute?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Anya Tripathi. I completed my 11th and 12th from Sunbeam World School, and currently I'm pursuing history political science from Jesus and Mary College, University of Delhi. So after graduating, I only had one thing in my mind, which was to get the college of my choice. And I did what I had to. I prepared for CUET and tried to clear the cutoff. And fortunately, I got the college of my preference. In the near future, I aspire to become an IAS officer and contribute to nation building through public service. And in the later period of my life as well, I would pretty much like to stay connected to politics and governance through my career.
What are some of your fondest memories from your student days here?
I actually have a lot to say for this question because every single day, even the normal classes used to be so good. I actually used to wait for them. But if I were to pick one instance, then it would be the Teachers' Day celebration of 2023. I was in 11th grade then, and I and one of my friends, we both organized the whole program from the scratch. So we had prepared the anchoring scripts. We were the anchors. We chose the children from different programs, and we had to coordinate each and everything. So initially, it was quite stressful, and we were very much annoyed. But on the actual day of the program, everything went really smoothly, and it was a great learning experience as well.
Okay, that's okay. Shivangi ma'am, when you hear about alumni like Anya pursuing their goals successfully, what thoughts come to your mind as an educator?
Well, I'm very proud of her, and I think it is one of the most fulfilling moments seeing your student grow into a confident human being, and especially when they pursue their passions. She's in one of the best universities. And it also reminds me that education is not only about academic achievement, but discovering what you want to contribute to the society. Her goal is clear. And also, as an educator, it is quite important to identify in which field the student is interested in. For example, it could be science, humanities, arts. And in fact, I've noticed many of them have started preparing for their business models also. I've seen them working on it. So seeing them grow, learn, question things around them, it makes me really proud. And lessons that they learn in school and colleges, it is going to help them beyond the classroom all their life.
Shivangi ma'am, how have you seen students and learning methods evolve over the years?
It has changed a lot. Especially now, I see students are more informed, they are connected and aware of their world around them. And I remember when I was a student, I did not have these many facilities or advantages. Now, everything has become online and they have the information at their fingertips, which has changed the way learning takes place now. And there's one more thing I find it really encouraging how students now want to understand why things are happening rather than just memorizing the facts. And when they relate it to real life situations, for example, in case of Anya, she's into political science and history. And if she wants to understand democracy better, the best way is to get engaged and connect to the current events and elections, issues that are happening, and how you participate in that. You discuss it with your friends. Right. Similarly, if I talk about environmental issues now, you see global warming and uh, ozone layer depleting. You see how climate is changing now. So you understand it better when you relate it to the city or community you live in, what is happening around you. So learning today has become, I think it's more interactive, discussion based, and focused on critical thinking rather than rote memorization.
Anya, how did your teachers influence your personal and professional growth?
Well, all of my teachers have contributed a lot to my well being. Wherever I am standing right now and wherever I will be in the future, it will all be because of my teachers and parents, obviously. But one thing that I would like to highlight here about all the teachers in Sunbeam is that they will never make you feel embarrassed if you don't know anything. And I can say this for all the teachers because even the teachers of other grades, they also used to come a few times in our class, and we had interacted with most of them. So they will never make you feel embarrassed. They always encourage questions, and that made me feel really validated. Apart from this, as for my subject teachers, they also used to help me a lot in my personal problems as well. I could tell them anything that is going on in my life, and they would make sure that I feel heard. And they would also sometimes guide me as well. So they became more than a family in this whole journey, and I'm still connected to them. They are really one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Okay, I think Anya is absolutely right. A positive teacher-student relationship can make a tremendous difference, and especially if you are at a young age. Because I have a personal experience. I have seen two students I used to teach. One is Gracie, another is Adya, and they are doing really good now. They have improved a lot. They are confident now. They participate in the class. I don't have to call their names now. And Adya is now participating in skit and many other programs. Whereas if I talk about Gracie, she has done really well. She in Olympiad, she has scored rank one in UP and Uttarakhand. So I very clearly remember they were among those students who didn't used to talk much. They didn't used to participate, and now they themselves come up and raise their hands, answer the questions. So I think even if they give the wrong answers, it is very important to encourage them and very politely rectify their mistakes. So they grow into a confident human being. And also, this is going to help them in the longer run to prepare them for interviews, presentations, or any leadership roles that they later take in their life. So, teaching is not only about sharing knowledge, simply coming and teaching and going away. I think it is all about helping students believe in their own potential and reaching out to them, counseling them, and helping them understand what is happening in the world, around the world outside.
Anya, could you tell us what challenges did you face while transitioning from student life to professional life?
So, for this question, the very first thing that I would like to highlight is becoming independent. It becomes really tough when you are far away from your home and you have to manage each and everything on your own. So whenever I come back to my PG from college, I don't see my mom, I don't see my siblings, I don't get the home cooked food. So all of those everyday, those little things, they become very challenging for you to cope up with, right? But you have to, because it is the cost of becoming successful in the future, right? So, and the second thing that I would like to say here is that acceptance, because whenever you are stepping out in the world, whenever you are going to the college, you'll be meeting different people who might be better than you in a few aspects, and it becomes really tough for you to accept it, right? So you might suffer from self-doubt, overthinking, and lower self-esteem. But here I would like to say one thing, which is try to learn from those individuals, try to indulge with them, right? Because that is going to help you a lot. And also remember this one thing, that someone else's intelligence is not going to take away your capability to become smart or to work hard to achieve your goals. All right. And lastly, college is the best place to make connections, an insane amount of connections, because they are going to be with you in your throughout your career, throughout your life. Right. So do all of these things. And I think the students these days are also, they are pretty much confident in their own way. I don't have to tell much, especially the younger generation. So just keep these things in your mind. That's it.
Okay, can you tell what skills do students need today to succeed in their future workplace?
The skills. So here, the very first thing is the communication. The very basic skill that anyone can learn is to learn how to interact with the other people. Because no matter how intelligent or how much of a genius you are, if you're not able to articulate your ideas properly, if you're not able to put out your vision out there, then no one will care and you won't be making a good impression, especially in your career and in your academic life as well. Second thing is critical thinking, because information is available to all of us, right? I can tell you something, you can tell me something, but our job is to critically analyze it. Because if I am telling you about my political opinion, it is based upon my experiences and my surroundings, my environment. So you can take it, but it's your job to analyze it and interpret it with your experiences. That if what I am saying is correct, in if you were to kind of if you were to experience it, right? So critical thinking is very much important. Don't take any everything at face value. And third thing, of course, digital literacy, because we are currently living in the AI generation. So just learn the basics. If you're not into technical things, just learn the basics. How to use MS Word, how to use MS Excel, how you can make the better use of Chat GPT and Gemini that we have, right? But also don't replace it with your mind. Okay, okay. So just learn the basics, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think Anya is absolutely correct. With while academic knowledge is important for your exams and competitive exams and all, but I think skills like communication skills, as she mentioned, how you put your point, and critical thinking, that is very important. Also, you need to learn teamwork. I think that is also important in today's world, especially if you're in college, school. You need to work on a project, or if you're planning something. So teamwork is important. You have to put your point, and at the same time you should listen what others are also saying, right? And then again, problem solving, adaptability, these are some important terms that you have to keep in your mind. Also, I think today's world is changing rapidly. If today something is relevant, it might not be tomorrow. So you have to be updated with the situation around. And now machine learning, coding, data science, it is a trend. So you have to be aware. And I have seen people, they stop learning at a particular age, especially after they graduate or maybe post graduation. They think that they learn it only for the sake of getting the degree, but that should not be the case. Because a student may graduate with expertise in one field, but later their organization might demand something new, a new technology maybe, or ask them to learn something new, because now things are multidisciplinary. So you need to adapt, communicate effectively, learn new things, collaborate with others. So it will help you succeed regardless of your profession.
As a current student, I think many listeners would love some guidance. What advice would you give to students today?
So, as far as the general advice is concerned, I would like to highlight one thing, that please work hard for your goals, achieve them. Don't let your marks and percentage define your worth, right? Because at the end of the day, they are just numbers. They are not your whole identity. They are not your personality, right? And if specific advice is concerned, so for the 10th graders out there, I know you all are very scared with the term board exam, because it is your first time experiencing this whole thing. But let me tell you all, it is, I know it's easier said than done, but let me tell you, it's a very normal thing. You, when you will get to the exam center on your actual exam day, you'll feel like you were scared for nothing. So the only thing that you should do right now is be consistent, study hard, focus on answer writing practice, and have some patience as well. Don't overthink about the future abhi ke liye, all right? And for the 12th graders, so this is the advice which is based upon my personal experience. Don't do this, all right? So what I did, I like only prepared for board exams uh, during my 12th grade. All right, my whole 12th grade, I focused only on the board exams. I only focused on the answer writing practice and all, from the perspective of board exam. And after the board exam, I started preparing for CUET. So I only had 1 month window in between. And CUET is a competitive examination. 1 month is not sufficient for it. So start preparing for CUET from now only. Integrate both the things together. So how can you prepare? Just the basics I'm telling for CUET, focus on the boxes given in the NCRT. All the factual information is very crucial from the perspective of CUET. All right. And if you are into practical subjects like physics and maths, then ensure that you are consistent with your practice and you have conceptual clarity. Don't mug up the whole process of the questions. All right. And yeah, that's it. Most importantly, at last, have a positive outlook. You will achieve whatever goal you have in your mind, because God wouldn't have put that goal inside of you if you were not capable of achieving it. All right. Just have that positive outlook. That's it.
Shivangi ma'am, what message would you like to share with students preparing for their future careers?
I think the message is simple: stay curious, and consistency is the key. I think being consistent in today's era, when you have lots of distractions around, so being consistent with your work is important. Discipline is important. You should never stop learning. And see, do not worry if you do not have every step of your future plan today. It might not work out exactly the way you planned. And if you read about successful people, you'll see that they have discovered their true path through failing multiple times. Uh, Perseverance is important, continuous learning is important. Accept your failure, learn from it. Also be open to new opportunities. There are many internship programs run by government, in fact private sectors also these days. So you have to be very aware of these things. And if you've heard about LinkedIn, usually people think that it is only meant for people who are already working, but no, you can make your account and discover and connect with your people who are from your background, or connect to your seniors, right? And I think most importantly, what I feel, what I have noticed in students, that you have to stop comparing yourself, because your situation might be different. No two people grow in the same environment. So success is not a race. You don't have to take it like that. It's a journey where you continuously learn and improve. So you compete with yourself. You look back what you were yesterday and how you're doing it today, right? Like I'll also mention one example where Anya, she got an opportunity to organize teacher day function. And it's an online session, it's not easy, it was not offline. So you got to collaborate, you have to showcase your teamwork and many different skills, right? So that's all that I want to mention. Thank you.
Now let's have a quick rapid fire round. Okay. So I will ask one by one. Okay. For Anya, favorite school memory.
Teachers Day Celebration 2023.
Okay. For Shivangi ma'am, favorite part of teaching.
Seeing students growing into confident beings.
Okay. For Anya, one teacher who inspired you.
All of them.
For Shivangi ma'am, one quality you admire in students.
Well, I think it's curiosity, also discipline, very rare to find, but yes.
Okay. For Anya, one skill every student should learn.
Communication.
Okay. For Shivangi ma'am, one piece of advice for every learner.
Ask questions, never stop learning, and read news, current affairs, be updated. That's important.
Okay. For Anya, last one, your dream project.
Being able to contribute to nation building.
Okay. Last for Shivangi ma'am, a word that defines education.
Empowerment.
Thank you, Shivangi ma'am and Anya, for sharing your experiences and insights with us. Your stories and advice will surely inspire many students.
Thank you so much for calling me here. I have also learned a lot from Anya, and it was a nice experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. It was really wonderful being here.
And thank you to our listeners for joining us. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and chasing your dreams. Goodbye.